short film.
Oh, yeah.
Documentary.
Yeah, no, that's why.
So it's going to be continued?
Yes.
No, there were some fun how to make it relevant, because also like the rest of the Sinulog, the short film festival, also interest has gone down. In fact, most people ask if they've ever seen one. Most of them don't even know Nagana there. So we want to make it relevant. It's not a festival made by filmmakers for other filmmakers. It should be for everybody to enjoy. Yeah.
And to add more about what we have been planning is that for how many years there's a lot of potentials in the performers, like the dancers and everything. That's why when we talk with Barney and Casey, it's like this could be a very good project for 40 years that we can send somebody for scholarship grants in the field of arts, dance, filming, which will consider they will be very helpful in 4 or 5 years. They can contribute to the foundation, to the festival itself, being a product of it. So that's one thing that we look forward and see to it that we can extend the foundation, extend help, granting scholarships to potential performers in the field of arts, dance, and film.
So yeah, question. As you mentioned, you're not removing any events before, as stated before, like
Yes.
last year. Are you adding something new or?
Yes, as what I mentioned, the street children.
Yeah.
We have the Andas contest.
Sorry.
This is based, to be honest with you, the first Andas was made here in Cebu. During the founding of the Gaspi of the Santo Nino, they placed the Santo Nino up top on a platform and carried it on in the Andas. So this will be participated with the blessing of the mayor, participated by I think how many barangays are there? Because you know what, lately there's no much involvement about the barangays. When the Sinulog started, there were contingents from the different barangays. But the problem here, to finance contingent, it's so expensive. So what we're going to do here is that we reach out to the barangays and give them some guidelines about the andas made of indigenous recycled materials. And 1 week before the Sinulog, this will be all covering the whole entire city hall, which people can view and can take pictures. And during the festival, this will be paraded. They will start the parade together with the representative, the barangay captain. So actually, we will do Sinulog this year to penetrate the grassroots. Those people from the mountain barangays go down and celebrate the fiesta.
Also another addition with the vlogging contest. Kaya yung vlogging, kaya if you want to go global sa, so we invited ka ng mga vloggers to participate without vlogging like now. Is dali kung kayo noon compared mo sa mga short film, di ba? So, kanasa sa mga addition na ito para makuanta, relevant na ba sa mga pagpupitaw ng mga generating can get new one.
Set ng guidelines for this survey.
We are still finalizing all the guidelines.
For the new project, we're still some guidelines, but for the street dancing, the festival queen,
Yeah, nalang ikibag ko mga guidelines for the float.
Okay.
Okay, bubble.
For the flow, we usually discard so much commercialism, branding and everything. What we have discussed months ago is like, because 2020 is a critical year. It's a preparation for the big 500. And we want to go back to basic and teach the millennials all the timeline history of the Sinulog, all the Santo Nino of the coming, and the history of Cebu and the entire Philippines. Putting timeline floats, like the arrival of Magellan, landing, then the planting of the cross, the baptism, and the giving of the Santo Nino. This will be portrayed by the floats. In these floats, hopefully they will be finished a week before. This can be, displayed to give more, impact to the festival, and hopefully this can be a good promotion material for the coming 500 years. And to add on, there's one guidelines, I don't know, but we're trying to discuss with Barney. It's like, for the festival queen, I have a question. Like, if you're representing a country like Philippines, you have to be Filipino, right? So if you're carrying this Santo Nino, you have to be a Catholic, right? So that's one thing you have to check. The festival queen has to be a baptized Catholic.
Right.
It's a blasphemy for a person to carry representing the Queen and giving the son to be homage, but doesn't consider it as her faith. Don't you think so? And add on also is the drum and bugle. Barney can give you more like
Ilang good robot, i-add na nato sa mga awards ba? Ang drum and bugle po.
And yes,
and drum and bugle during the Sinulog, they can never be given so much attention.
Credit,
So a week before Sinulog, what we're going to do here is that give them a competition among themselves that they dance and give their. So at least nasa sila yung ilahang life.
So aside from kanang the awards that they're getting from the Mardi Gras Good.
Yes, yes.
So
It's
that's
a competition.
okay.
Separate, a week before.
Sir, are you going, what's your plans about a week before the main parade, sir? Previously it was Sinulog sa Kabataan. Are you going back to
Yes, it's still the same. Nothing
Bakit, sir, katong schools involved?
Yes.
Barangay man.
The barangay's involvement the involvement of the schools for the launching will be used. And what we're trying to point out here is that the first 8 schools that started Sinulog, to give you a brief back of history, my mom, Sandiego, was the chairman of all the PE instructors of Cebu. She was commissioned by Mayor Florentino Solon to do a research. And she was the one who researched about the bee from Akita. And she practically took all these 8 schools, and we're going to send them an invitation to join for the launching and for the grand finale. Because the group has been preparing so much brainstorming on what's going to happen for the grand finale this year, being the 40th year. There's so much to expect, and I hope that all the Cebuanos will really keep time and go out in the streets and watch all the activities.
So, sir, one particular issue sometimes if we're not create noise ba sa Sinulog, it's social media o sa di ba? But will we have signal during the yes, that's the because only challenge at manong di kay magawas kay di ta kay bawa as tam kita kay
Yes. There will be signal during this.
And there's an app.
Yeah, dati no? Basta for the Sinulog, paano yung outline, mga ruta, maps, schedule, parang sa festival fun. We're developing it right now. We're very excited. You launch na namo, and then of course, nag-open na po sa advance.
kasi especially sa millennials because they wanna post mga live and
Pero kaya ito nga pa, hindi na siya kanang kuhaan lang. Nasa din siya yung mga contents about the history.
So that's info again.
Ano to info about QR code. Oh, actually, QR codes, no? Kaya we will be promoting pa na itong story sa Sinulog, no? So we're now in talks with some private companies. Kaya pumunta sa QR code, kung ano mo siya, igawas about the Sinulog. So this time ako lang, Sinulog mong for the past one, ang atos ibang invite is kanina mga tuon natin mga neighbors pa. Now we're reaching out further mga like Luzon, parts of Visayas, and of course Mindanao. Worry din sila to join us pa. Kaya parang bigla na kayo kung ano sila nga. Number 1 to festival meron eh sila. Mas lain, so we have to Sinulog pa.
it's ready na to download sir na app.
We're targeting before December. Actually, karon gagpa na lang eh. Sila Android, nasa siya sa Android, pero ma-announce lang eh. We're doing proper testing.
And of course,